what's up? What's up? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. Appreciate you for tuning in. Now look, I know it look a little different. It's just because I'm over here recording by my bed, y'all. I needed to not record, but charge my phone. So I just turned on my little desk lamp and hopefully y'all can see me over here enough to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you guys. Right now, I don't know where y'all at, but down here in Texas, we got a little icy sleet, snow, rain situation. So, you know, down here in Texas, we don't do none of that. You get a half a centimeter and they be like, shut it down, okay? Shut it down. But yeah, so that's happening right now. But also, it's cold in a bit, okay? It's like 24 degrees outside. So your girl's gonna be over here in the bed, but I still needed to come and talk to y'all about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I'm gonna throw this blanket on because it's 24 degrees outside. And we just gonna get into these rich beasties on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. There's a few people that we gotta get into, you guys. So let's not waste no time. I was over here drinking some ginger tea, but now I'm just gonna drink the rest of this because I need something to help me feel warm. That's the only reason I'm drinking it. My birthday was here a little bit ago, so I got one of those cute little like birthday liquor bouquets. So your girl got a little Fireball. A lot of people don't like Fireball, but I'm a Fireball fan. I grew up eating hot tamales, but more than that, it's really just because of the cinnamon. Like, it gives me a warm feeling. That's why I'm drinking it right now, because it's giving me like a warm feeling. But yeah, I got me one of the little liquor bouquets. I got a Pink Whitney Amsterdam bottle. I got some rum. I got a Fireball. I got a tequila. So yeah, your girl gonna be straight for a little bit, or at least while we snowed in, your girl gonna have some liquor to deal with it, okay? But let's go ahead and get into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you guys. If you're new to my channel, hey, how you doing? Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that like button, okay? Drop a like in the collection plate, all right? Did you do it? Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm being so dramatic. Speaking of dramatic, ooh, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, y'all. When I tell you Meredith is so fucking dramatic, but we gonna wait to get into that. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So we open up the episode with Miss Bowes, y'all. Miss Bowes. She got it. Miss Bowes is coming on and the maximalist and is the more is more, okay, with Bowes. I love the woman's personality. I love her, you know, her aura. But Miss Bowes, her little scene with old dude was cute. You know, I'll give it to her. You know, I think his name is like Kiwi or something like that. And so they met on the beach and, you know, they have a long distance relationship. And so they've been dating, I think what she said, like 6 to 8 months so far. And so during their conversation, you know, it's the usual. Hey, how you doing? Catching up. So glad to see you. I miss you. You know, like I said, because they're long distance. And then they started getting into basically where he saw it going. Because he was like, you know, I date to marry. So she was like, well, what does that mean for me? And he was like, yeah, you know, like, it's me and you know. Sometimes I feel a little nervous when dudes just be like, girl, you know it's me and you. But it's me and you to what? Like, me and you, where are me and you going? You know, so I'm going, you know, Bowes, as of right now, everything's looking good with him compared to her little scamming, lying, cheating as ex that she had. You know, Bowes is like, I should have, you know, stopped with that one. But, you know, here I am hoping that, you know, this next one is the right one. But I ain't gonna lie, like, the more they started talking, the more he got attractive. Because his widow's peak did throw me off a little bit, you know, just a little bit. But it was when they were talking about how their future was going. And y'all, when he picked up that raspberry and said, take it. I know I'm not the only one who got a dirty mind. It was the way y'all go back and watch it. I swear to God. When he tried that raspberry. He was just like, take it. And I was like, take it. And I was like, oh, my mom went in the gutter. And I was like, oh, maybe he is a little bit cute. Okay. And you know, powerful women, you know, that they be the most submissive ones, you know, how they love to put it. You know, people in powerful positions, you know, usually typically like to be in the submissive positions when it's time to get sexual, okay? Ask the dominatrix who's out there making 10, 15,000 stepping on these rich CEOs' backs in their heels and having them do stupid shit like crawl on the floors in doggy costumes, okay? The rich men, they want to sit there and talk about, oh, women's supposed to be submissive. Y'all niggas the one to be the submissive ones. Y'all in the high power suits, but still getting, you know, your prostate tickled at the dominatrix office. So so we want to really get there, but I digress. The also make me want to watch the movie Baby Girl. Have y'all seen the preview for that, Baby Girl with Nicole Kidman? I really want to watch that. I feel like it's given like the female version of 50 Shades of Grey. But yeah, no, her being in a powerful position, the way he said that, I was like, okay then, take it there, Bose. But Miss Bose, we need to have a conversation. This is what I find so disheartening when you got too much money for your hair to be looking like this, Bose. I'm sorry. I know it probably has a lot more to do with her African heritage, because over there in Africa, like, more is more. You know, it's what you do. But the hairline ain't blending in. It's literally just straight across. It's one of those where you literally see like the front. And there's no baby hairs. Not that you have to have baby hairs, but it's just not giving laid. And then it's so much hair. Like, Bose, I'm hoping, you know, everybody's first season is where you look back on, see like, okay, what I missed, you know, what was a hit, what was a miss? Ma'am, like half your hair, I mean, you take like half the bundles out. It's giving too much for me. It just really is. But moving on. So we move on to what happened after that? Dorit and Erica. So Dorit and Erica, they get together for a little, you know, ladies luncheon and basically kind of, you know, discuss everything that's been happening. Dorit fills her in on, you know, what's kind of been going on with the relationship with her and PK. You know, she talks about them, you know, trying out couples therapy. But also in general, she's discussing about how her parents are down because her parents are kind of, you know, helping her now with everything. And she was like, you know, I was doing, you know, the best I could to basically kind of keep the walls at bay. But in the middle of a separation, you know, PK, he just ups and disappears, leave you with the kids and literally don't communicate in 2 weeks. Like, that's some bullshit, you know? So having the parents down to help, I'm sure, is very helpful. But yes, so she was just basically talking to Erica about, you know, she's not really sure she wants to close the door. And Erica basically said, like, as long as PK's sober, like, no, I don't think I don't think Dorit, when they did this, started this, you know, separation, I think she saw it more as an opportunity to take space to get better, to come back together. But PK is like, we gonna take space, and it takes the most space. Because later on in the episode, she let Bose know that PK basically hit her with the, you know what? I changed my mind. Return to sender. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I'm sober. You know, I'm single. And I think Mauricio also plays a huge part. And why PK is like, chunk the deuces. But we'll get to that part. Nonetheless, in this moment, though, you know, she's wanting to work it out. And so Erica also did say something too. She's like, you know, even though I'm angry and frustrated, all these things, you know, I'm able to compartmentalize. And Erica's like, yeah, right, for now. And she was like, yeah, exactly, for now. Because at some point, the cracks are going to start coming through. And this is why a lot of times when parents love to sit here and do this thing of, oh, stay together for the kids, stay together for the kids. It's nothing but a balancing act. It's nothing but spinning plates, as they say, like you're spinning plates trying to keep them all from falling. You could only spin 5 plates but so long. And so it's like, you know, Sutton kind of called her out called her out about it, you know, with the kids and everything at the end of the episode. But in general, Dorit is kind of like doing this thing of like trying to hold it together, but it's like I said, it's only gonna work but so long. So then, you know, we got to get into Dorit and Camille. Erica was like, well, girl, what's gotten into you lately? Because you was on fire last night, okay? So Dorit's like, basically, I'm sick of these hoes taking my kindness for weakness. And, you know, sometimes it's like when you are that person, you know, when you let shit slide, people do mistake it for like being able to run over, because a lot of times, sometimes like I'm one of those people where it's just like, I'll let shit slide, but I'll take a mental note. But in the act of me letting shit slide, now this other person thinks like, well, shoot, they didn't say nothing. But little did they know, I've already peeped game. I'm just letting you live for right now, you know? But, you know, Dorit did not have that energy with Camille, because Camille came on, thought she was finna have her little one too. But Camille basically got the same treatment that Denise Richards got when she tried to come on for Erica's ass, when she said, so do you or your daughter make more on OnlyFans? Bitch, Dorit, when I tell you Denise did not know what the hell to say, and Eric was like, bitch, you came out here, so what you want? Like, this is what you came for, so here we go. And so now here Dorit then did the same thing to Camille. Camille coming on talking about, you call me an effing see you next Tuesday. She was like, no, I called you a stupid one. And it was just kind of like, damn, Dorit's like, I done had enough. You know, I done had enough. And so now she's getting to Dad and then Sutton, you know, with Sutton sitting there saying, well, girl, you not mad at me. You're mad at your life right now. Everybody had the same response when Sutton said it. Everybody kind of had a visceral response of just like, ugh. And so it's understood the tone in which it came out, while Dorit would kind of feel like it's a moment of like, you trying to throw some shit in my face. And so now Erica, you know, Erica's really kind of been simmering under the surface with her issues with Sutton. Maybe by the end of the season, they'll get brought up, or maybe by the reunion, they'll get brought up, because Erica is one of those people who speaks her mind, and she can only be quiet but so long. But it's starting to come out, you know, towards the end of this episode, towards Sutton, because she's feeling like she kicked me while I was down, she kicked Kyle while she was down. Now it's Dorit's turn. Sutton definitely is one of them girls. She gonna inquire about your mess, because with Erica, ooh, y'all, them 2 seasons, they was on Erica's ass every which way, reading the Wall Street Journal in the bathroom, coming out, dissecting everything. Then with Kyle, Sutton, you know, tried to ask her, you know, what's going on with her and Mauricio. And now this season, I think what's happening is Sutton's getting main character syndrome. And it's like, because we're so much a fan, a lot of this can happen to some of the housewives, where it's like they do get the rush of like, shoot, everybody's a fan of me. And so it's kind of this moment of like, now I gotta keep performing. And it's like, no, don't perform. Literally just continue being you. And now what I think is happening is Sutton's getting in a realm of trying to perform, and it's just not landing well. I'll just put it that way. So yeah, now Dorit's like, she's gonna have to talk to Sutton about it, because that shit's pissed off. So moving on, we have Garcelle with a cute little quick moment. She is taking her sons and her grandkids over to the beach house. I thought it was such the sweetest moment, because at the end of the day, like, watching something come to fruition, not only does she have her house, she owns her house, but now she owns this beach house. And at the end of the day, this is something that she gets to leave for her kids, and is really a money maker, because even when you're not staying there, you can rent that shit out, because right there on the beach, they'll pay hundreds of thousands to be right there on the beach, because they pay a lot of money for those beachfront homes. So Garcelle made a great decision, and the way she decorated it was beautiful. I couldn't help myself when I saw that white refrigerator. I just cannot not help myself but think about it. Ooh, the ghetto. The ghetto, okay?
The ghetto. The ghetto. The ghetto.
All right, so yeah, but she just had a moment. It was super cute, and yeah, Garcelle definitely should be proud of herself. You see that little boy still with his girlfriend, a little black girl. I think that's cute. At least they still together. And another thing, what was I gonna say about Garcelle? Because I wanted to take note of it. Oh, this is one of Garcelle's best confessional looks, you guys. She finally landed the right color, like reddish orange, and then with that bustier kind of like silver top. I feel like it's one of Garcelle's best looks. And her makeup, yeah, definitely chef's kiss with this one, Garcelle. But yeah, it was a cute little scene. She just happy. You know, every time I see her son, her whole ass son, Oliver, we gonna think back to the bullshit he done got started over there with Raquel on Vanderpump Rules. So yeah, and the fact that he already got another baby with some little white girl that he with now. But like, yeah, Garcelle, you know, she's proud that he's come a long way with his sobriety and things like that. Cause she said, you know, there was a time where he was, you know, itching on the corner. There was a time he was outside, you know, itching on the corner. And she's like, I had to let him go because I wasn't going to support that. And that is a really hard thing to do when you are a person on the outside of somebody down a destructive path and they don't want to admit it. It's not until they literally hit rock bottom or lose the people around them where they finally got to look in the mirror and be like, damn. Because, you know, it's not just people who deal with addiction. It's people who have, you know, mental health issues, you know, mental illness issues, or, you know, not just drug addiction, but alcoholism. Like, all those versions of having a problem requires, like, the people around you also to not enable it, you know? And so I'm sure as a mom, you feel like, damn, like, I really got to lock my son at this house because, you know, it's tough love. But he good now and everything. He might not be on that stuff, but you know, men definitely do have what's it called? A proprietary, a proponent. Yeah, I think it's proponent. That's the word I'm looking for. Men tend to have a proponent of replacing whatever addiction or vice that they have at the time with women's. And I don't know, all of us kind of giving, you know, women is his new drug tea, but I digress. Moving on. So there was a quick little scene with Erica and Dorit talking. Oh no, Erica, before that happens, Dorit goes to see Bose. Y'all know Dorit and Bose are kind of, you know, garnering a friendship. And so she goes over to Bo's house. Once again, Bo's hair, especially in that confessional with the poof and the rope just rolled up. Like, I'm just like, Bose, like, please take like half that shit out your head. Like, I promise you, it would look, and I could see her with a cute little, you know, blunt bang, just like wavy hair situation. Like, I just see so much stuff. Even the braids that she be doing are okay if she just wouldn't have such like a bouffant in the front. But yeah, so Bose and Dorit sit down. They basically catch up, and you know, Bose started talking about Sutton and what she said, kind of like, damn girl, like, how did you feel when Sutton said that? And now Dorit's feeling like, you know, there's always these moments with Sutton, you sitting there talking about sisterhood this, sisterhood that, but you threw some shit in my face. Like, how am I supposed to feel inclined to this sisterhood when that's the energy you give it? You try to take charge of the sisterhood and it ain't happening. I feel like Sutton was wanting to come into this season being the main, like I said, she's got main character energy syndrome this season. And especially with the, like, put your hands in, like, she's trying to do like this whole charge thing. And especially with Kyle, I feel like, you know, with her thing with Mauricio, she's looking to be the HBIC. also is a part of, I think, of maybe subconsciously, fighting with Kathy Hilton just a little bit, just to church. Because, Kathy Hilton's rich, but bitch, Sutton rich too, maybe money don't go super long as Kathy Hilton, but they basically can do the same thing, is all I'm saying. So yeah, Sutton, I think, is kind of doing that, but Sutton also is deep down an insecure woman and fears rejection. And I'm gonna tell you why I think it's rejection when we get to the part. So Dorit, yeah, like I said, she's just like Sutton, and this freaking game that she's playing with me, like, I don't like it. So Bose was basically like, she's like, well, also with Kyle, why do you think Camille was there? I think Bose is, she's trying to connect the dots in, how this little clique worked. Like, okay, so this bitch came, but she know you don't like her, okay, and she know y'all don't get along. So then how the hell she show up at the party? Okay. I think that's how Bose is trying to operate with this. And it's like, Bose, I don't know if you know how this show works, but typically, sometimes the girls get a little messy and bring somebody on that they know a girl don't quit, just so they can get the shit started. But then, yeah, so Dorit drops the news to Bose about what PK said at the therapy session. And she was like, me and him, we went in. She's like, what I thought was, trying to go in on some resolution type stuff, because she understands that when they fight dirty. And with what we've seen with Dorit these past few episodes, bitch, you get loud with her, she can get loud back, okay? So yeah, I bet they was tearing that motherfucking house up. And so, yeah, she was just like, PK came in there and shocked me because he basically was just giving, and this is why I want a divorce. And so now Dorit's realizing, well, damn, I feel like I might need to prepare more than I thought. Like, yeah, Dorit, it's time to get you a lawyer, okay? A lawyer. Shout out to Medea. Get you a lawyer. And this is, I know, where Sutton is saying, I think where Sutton was expressing the, like, if you ever need to lean on me, I got you, because she been through the legal system. She been through, as she said, the forensic accountants and the lawyers. Like, she been through all that. And so I think that's where Sutton was really trying to tell Dorit, like, you can lean on me when shit starts getting crazy. But once again, like, Sutton, to expect people to, like, do that after how you acted, it is a little double, it's definitely giving, it just gives talking out of both sides of your neck a little bit. So yeah, moving on. So Erica and Dorit, they talk on the phone, and basically, they're sitting there talking about how tonight she was like, talking with Sutton, and like how she's doing this whole, we sisters, we are sisters, we stay together. What is that off of? So y'all jump down in the comments. What is that? We are sisters, we stay together. I cannot think of it right now. If y'all know what it is, drop down in the comments. Yeah, Dorit and Erica are basically talking on the phone. Oh, also about Kyle. And it was something else. It was something particular that Dorit was saying about Sutton, but I can't remember. And then Garcelle, she was getting ready, y'all. Y'all come to find out, Garcelle had a little makeout session with Johnny Depp, okay? That's one thing I would love to see, is like a unsung version of like the celebrities of who they hooked up with in the 90s. Because when I be watching these movies, these 90 movies, I'm like, ain't no way they wasn't fucking. Like, ain't no way. Like, Morris Chestnut and Vivica Fox and two can play that game. Tell me y'all ain't fucking Morris. Okay? Morris Chestnut, you trying to tell me in a movie like that, and y'all and they be having sex scenes and all that type of stuff like that? I'm sorry. Will Smith, Gabrielle Union. I'm thinking of all these movies, like Will Smith and Eva, was it Longoria and Hitch? I'm just thinking of all these, like, I just think like, ooh, a behind the scenes thing of like the celebrities and who they had these one-offs with, or like, made out with at a party. Like, I would just love like a behind the scenes thing of that. But yeah, so yeah, Garcelle and Johnny Depp, okay, girl. But yeah, everybody's going to the Viper. And it is for Erica. She's all, oh no, it's for like a gay pride situation, but Erica's basically using it as a night to do like a little single release. And so also Erica is redoing her house. I forgot about that. She's going to go through and basically try to get rid of the old and come back in with the new. We'll see what it look like after everything gets handled. Now that she's had to downsize from that massive stolen ass mansion she used to live in. So yeah, they end up going there. I love Dorit's outfit. I love Erica's outfit. Bose, she could have left the leather jacket, pleather, whatever it was. And all the other ladies were just little sparkly yang yang yangs. But Sutton, this is where Sutton got me thinking. So Sutton was on the way with Jennifer Tilly. I love Jennifer Tilly. I love Jennifer Tilly as an addition. And she a little spicy one too. But on the way, she was like, I'm kind of nervous about tonight. And Jennifer was like, why? She was like, I don't know, because Bose really tried to pull me up on talking about how weaponized against Dorit. And so Jennifer was like, yeah, I can kind of pick up on a little prickly energy. And so Sutton's like, well, I wonder if Dorit's telling her things, for her to not like me. And this is where I'm kind of thinking, because y'all remember at the beginning of the season where both Garcelle and Sutton, in a kind of roundabout way, kind of said like, oh, like she's hogging Bose, and Bose don't ever hang out with the other girls, and like Dorit, because when Dorit was sitting at the end of the table just talking to Bose, like Sutton mentioned something about like, oh, well, we don't get a chance to, meet and introduce ourselves to Bose, and I'm just kind of like, And so now where it's like, is Dorit saying something for her to not like me? Sutton's kind of feeling like, oh, now Bose is coming on the show, she's hanging out with Dorit. They clearly must be trying to team up on, me or not like me or whatever. So when she gets there and Bose or whatever, Bose, everybody saying hi to each other. Kesha came with Kyle. Kyle killed me. She was like, yes, I know an artist, Kesha, she's a girl, let the rumors begin. I said, Kyle, you better let that shit go. You ain't got nobody else to be mad at but yourself. You decide to prance that pussy around with Morgan, and now you mad everybody had something to say. Girl, stop. But yeah, so when Kyle said hi to Bose, her ring finger or whatever got stuck in her bracelet. And so Sutton immediately started with the cause she was like, ooh, girl, that could be used as a weapon. And so Sutton was like, ooh, don't weaponize it, and don't weaponize it. And so I was like, oh, hell, here we go. And obviously, Bo, she picked up on it. And her confessional was like, now, girl, all right, if you start some shit now, okay, don't start, no, won't be none. And so Sutton pulls Bo to the side and basically confronts her about what she said. And she was like, well, I used the word weaponized because you took what she told you and fastened it in a way that could be used to hurt her. And so Sutton was like, well, I wasn't trying to hurt her. And she's like, but you did. And she was like, it wasn't just me. Everybody kind of had a reaction to it. And that's the truth. Like, it definitely was a moment where everybody kind of was just like, ugh. Like, it was just a little bit of a jab to the side. And Sutton knows it don't sound good, nor does it give off, big sis energy. That's not what saying something like that does. And so Sutton being called up on it, though, especially by a person like Bose, it's just kind of like, is she gonna, fall back to it, or is she gonna buck up? And Sutton's kind of bucking up just a little bit with the thing of feeling like, well, I wasn't trying to hurt her. I was just telling her the truth. And then Bose was like, well, regardless, it hurt her. And then Sutton kind of said some shit like, well, you're such an eloquent, not eloquent, but she's like, you're such a good speaker. And, or she's like, you know how to communicate well. Basically, there's no mixing words with Bose. Like, she knows how to explain, get her point across. But girl, she's literally been a CEO. That's her job, is communicating with people, So, yeah. And so Bose was like, well, girl, you too. That's what makes you so dangerous. And Sutton's like, I'm not dangerous. And it's like, Sutton, that's, it's definitely a thing of Bose is looking at her with her what I say? Her good eye, all right? So they go back over there to the table. Erica performs. Little yang. Like I said, Jennifer, she killed me. She's like, she was like, might not get any awards, but it's a little catchy tune. And so everybody's at the table, and Dorit gets right into it. Did something happen before that? Was it no? I think it was Dorit. So Dorit gets right into it with Kyle. It was like, Kyle, I'm just wondering, are you talking to PK? Because there's been a lot of, kind of energy that he's having towards me lately. And I just want to know if you were like kind of in on anything, or if you talked to him recently. And so somebody told Dorit, because she asked Erica on the phone call before Viper, do you know if Kyle's talked to PK? And so it's given either somebody told Dorit, or when Erica asked Dorit at her house if she knew Kyle was talking to PK, that got Dorit's mind, spinning on whether or not that's happening. But when she brought up to Kyle, when I tell you Kyle was stuck, like, you know how we are. We've always, sent like memes and funny jokes to each other, And she's like, yeah, but like now, like, is it still going on now? Because, me and you aren't really in a good place. And so she's like, well, a meme here in the last week recently. And so everybody around had all pretty much co-signed that, if you was messaging my nigga after we, in the middle of a divorce or whatever, I'd feel some kind of way about it. Even Garcelle asked, like, you wouldn't feel no way about somebody messaging Mo? And it's more than just like, although yes, y'all are in a close relationship, it's more about the fact that y'all aren't even in a good place, But for Kyle, she feels like, well, shoot, PK's been more a friend to me than you have, in these last little bits. And so I get why it is separate, because Kyle feels like she don't owe you shit because y'all aren't in a good place. So I don't have to tell you whether I'm talking to PK or not. I'm sure it's how Kyle was feeling. But she tried to, reassure her, like, if anything was going on between y'all, I'm a girl's girl. Like, I would take your side, if things were getting bad. And she was like, well, they are bad. And she's like, well, I didn't know that. She's like, PK don't tell me, nothing about y'all's divorce or what's going on. And so Dorit was like, well, yeah, I'm letting you know. And so I feel like in that moment, Kyle got it. But then Dorit kept going. I think it was just that she kept making the same point over and over. But also Kyle, she wanted to make sure that clarity, as she said, was clear, that about you understanding, like, what part of it is wrong or off, right? And so in the middle of it, she ends up getting into it with Sutton, because Sutton piped up about something. What was their conversation? What was it? Oh, because Sutton said something about, well, she was like, well, PK things with us are kind of, in a weird space, and, I try to hold it together, with the kids. And so Sutton, all she said was, well, you can't, keep it from the kids forever. And Dorit's like, well, I don't plan to keep it from my kids forever. I don't think in that moment Sutton was trying to say it in a bad way. I really don't. I just think in that moment, it was like, bitch, I already got a problem with you. So whatever you say right now in this moment is going to hit me. It's going to hit me off. Okay. And so Dorit's like, Sutton, you know, I don't plan on entertainment forever, you know, really like that. She's like, and Sutton was like, girl, don't be mad at me. I was just saying, like, just keeping it from your kids might not be a good thing. Girl, remember, I'm here for you. And Dorit's like, oh, you here for me. Oh, okay. Right. Just like in the conversation you said that I can lean on you. And Sutton was like, yeah. She was like, well, how you want me to lean on you, but you said that shit that you said the other night. And cause Sutton was like, you're getting mad at me, like, what did I do to you? What did I do to you? And she was like, I've never done nothing to you, Dorit. And then Erica piped up and was like, well, girl, you kind of did do something to her the other day. You know, you kind of kicked her while she was down. And Sutton was like, I wasn't saying that, you know, to come after her, but everybody was like, Sutton didn't want to admit that, like, saying that was a little bit of a jab. It was. And so now Dorit's feeling like, you know, girl, but you're not getting, why would I come to you? Well, then don't be my friend, then, Dorit. Don't be my friend. It was like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, Sutton kind of lost it for a quick minute. And this is where I say Sutton has the rejection fear, because when Sutton didn't get pulled on that stage, Sutton had to spaz out. And then now here it is, immediately, just because Dorit kind of was just like, girl, how am I supposed to lean on you? Your immediate reaction was to be like, well, fine, then don't be my friend. Like, it was, everybody kind of had the same reaction. You could tell of like, whoa, wait a minute. So now Sutton got her voice raised. And so now Dorit done raised her motherfucking voice. And so all Sutton just kept saying was, I'm not your friend then. I'm not your friend. You don't have to be my friend. You know, talk to your real friend. Talk to your real friend. And everybody, you could tell, was just looking at each other like, yo, like, Sutton definitely is one of those nervous energy type. She reminds me of Shannon a little bit. Those who watch Orange County, how Shannon really carries that, like, anxious, tense energy. Like, Sutton got a little bit of that. So nonetheless, this review getting too long. This is a problem when you got dang smoke before doing videos. They always get too long. Hopefully y'all done stayed through. But let's go ahead and end this. Dorit and Kyle get back to talking. And so nonetheless, Dorit was just basically like, Kyle, I'm saying for clarity, and Kyle and Dorit, Kyle hit her with the Jackie. I've apologized. Done with it. Okay? And Kyle was like, what more do you want from me? Like, girl, I don't apologize. What the fuck else do you want from me? She's like, I want you to stop raising your goddamn voice. And so now the other ladies is like, all right, here we go. Because Dorit done told y'all. She's like, this ain't the same Dorit you used to, Kyle. Whatever energy you give me, bitch, is coming back tenfold. She's like, it's not happening, Kyle. She's like, you're not going to talk to me any way you want, Kyle. And then when she rolls up, all other ladies was like, oh, like, here we go. And then that's the episode. It was like, to be continued. So yeah, you guys, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you know, is still delivering. I'm going to come back and talk to you guys about Salt Lake City. Y'all make sure to drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. What do y'all feel about Sutton and her being, you know, leader of the sisterhood? Do you guys feel like, Kyle and Dorit possibly both playing games, or Dorit has a good reason to be mad at Kyle, and do you feel like Bose is trying to potentially start some shit with Sutton, with basically on behalf of Dorit possibly? And do you guys feel like Erica need to finally just nut up and talk about her issues to Sutton? Because I feel like that's what need to happen. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Follow my Instagram and Twitter. I'll catch y'all hoes later. Deuces.